League this week. We're going to start in Detroit, where Dan Campbell was asked about breaking in 2 new coordinators this season.
Continuity is always good because, every year you kind of learn what each other wants and how they work, how they function, and then you can move without saying a word. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, man. John Morton, man, stepping in an offensive coordinator, somebody I know, I trust, I've been around. I mentioned this before. He was here when we built this thing back up in 22. And then Kelvin Shepard's been here, man. So it's not like it'll be starting from scratch or somebody that I don't know. It'll be kind of fresh and new, actually, and I think we're all excited to that.
Some familiarity is still there, but Dan, do you expect the Lions offense to take a step back this season?
I do, because the loss of Ben Johnson, who's their ex-offensive coordinator, now head coach of the Chicago Bears, has got to be felt. He has been one of the most creative offensive coordinators and minds in the NFL over the last 3 or 4 seasons. And the step 5, 6, 7 of the things that he does to free things up in their offense is very rare. And he's one of one when it comes to doing stuff like that. It doesn't mean that they're going to go from one of the best to one of the worst, but I don't think they're going to week in and week out shock us with some of the creative things that they do both in their run and pass game.
Let's go to Pittsburgh now, where owner Art Rooney was asked about Aaron Rodgers becoming a Steeler.
I would say it was a good sign that he wanted to do that, and we keep hearing that he's I guess headed in our direction, and so that seems to be, all signs are positive so far. I'd say we feel pretty good about it.
Are you content to wait?
Well, not forever, but a little while longer.
That's like the face of an impatient man, rightfully so, who's trying to keep it together. But Jeremy, what can you tell us about where things stand with Rodgers and the Steelers?
Yeah, so Laura, I just checked in with people in Pittsburgh, so they remain optimistic. Nothing has changed from a status standpoint. They continue to wait on Aaron Rodgers and could wait a little while longer, as Art Rooney said. But they still feel good. There's a feeling with people in the quarterback market that Pittsburgh must have gotten some sort of loose assurance at some point that Rodgers is going to go there. Now, there's some sort of working theories around there, some speculation that is he waiting on the Vikings? That's sort of a question out there. But talking to people in Minnesota, they feel like the Rodgers situation is all but dead, unless like it's late summer and he just happens to be available. But right now they're moving on with J.J. McCarthy. So he's got 2 options, the Steelers or retirement. Pittsburgh believes that based on their meetings and everything that's gone well, contract parameters, talks in their building with Rodgers, that they're well positioned and this should shake out. But it's his first foray into free agency. Anything is possible.
Yeah, I think it's a done deal. I think he's going to play for the Steelers, and I think there's been that loose assurance. I would be absolutely floored if an organization like the Steelers that has been well run or as well run as anybody in the history of the NFL is just mid-April flying by the seat of their pants when it comes to the quarterback position. And then at pick 21, they're going to cross their fingers and hope that a young player that's going to be unbelievable falls into their laps. That's not how they operate. That's not how they work. I know that they've been looking for the replacement of Big Ben since he left. They have to know that Aaron has told them, hey, I'm not ready yet, but I'm going to be ready, and I'll be your quarterback for the foreseeable future.
So I think one of the interesting things here is that at that pick at 20, they have a chance to get a quarterback, could be a really good one still there. If you know that you're getting Rodgers, have you said to Rodgers, we're not going to draft a rookie? Have you said we will?
No, I don't think you say that. I think we're past that point with Aaron.
And you just do it if you have a chance to get one.
I think you're very clear with Aaron. Like, hey, you're going to be the starting quarterback, but if this kid is there and we want him, we're going to take him. And we're going to sit him and let him learn the way you did and whatnot. But I don't think you sit there and go, Aaron, you come play and we promise you we won't take a quarterback, because you do have to plan.
Yeah, and what I was told with Pittsburgh's mentality is we know we have to invest in a quarterback in the draft at some point in the next, say, 2 years. It doesn't have to be this year.
Yeah.
Next year's quarterback class is considered stronger. The last time they dipped into what was considered a weaker quarterback class, the Kenny Pickett
But they waited for it, Like, I don't think the kids or the young men that are going to be good pros are going to be there at pick 21.
Yeah, interesting. Would they go up?
They would. If this is we don't know, and Aaron hasn't made a decision by then, they would have no choice but to go up.
We're going to break, but you think Aaron Rodgers makes a decision before the draft?
I do.
I think you got to tell them that if you're the Steelers. You got to. We have to know. Like, we have to know 100% on paper. No.
I think we have to go to break, but it's just so interesting. Like,
There's no way you could move forward without.
ESPN sources, former Cowboys and 49ers quarterback Trey Lance reached agreement today on a one-year deal worth up to $6.2 million with the Los Angeles Chargers. Lance and Taylor Heineke are now both behind starting quarterback Justin Herbert. Interesting. All right, Shedeur Sanders was out there working out to throw, and here's more with Louis Riddick and Field Yates.
All I need is opportunity. Simple. Whatever franchise want to change their franchise, and there's no doubt who to go with. Look at the last 4 years.
Yeah. Speaking
That's
for
how I
yourself,
know
right?
I'm the best quarterback in the draft. So,
The consistency of
yeah,
your
I
decision
truly
making
can.
and accuracy.
So
it makes sense.
We checks all boxes.
Yeah, I got
At
you.
least the one guy, but you know I'm a Sanders. They can't put me through.
So 281 FBS quarterbacks had at least 100 pass attempts, both under pressure and with a clean pocket in a season over the last decade. Shedeur Sanders is the only one to lead the nation in completion percentage in both situations. His 82% completion rate with a clean pocket in 2024 was the highest by any FBS quarterback in a season in the last 10 years. Dan, you said that the tape is difficult to evaluate at times, so let's check out some tape on Shedeur's. Why would teams talk themselves into drafting him?
Well, he's got all pro capabilities, seeing things pre to post snap, and his ability to see the field is absolutely sensational. When it comes to the anticipation throws and throwing some guys open, okay, number one, you're going to see 3rd and long. Bottom of the screen is going to be a clear out route between these two receivers. You're trying to lift coverage. You're getting this shell type of coverage, 2 safeties deep, and you don't know exactly where each safety is going to go. Now, this is a very long developing play, so you have to see what coverage lifts and where the vacancy of the zone is. At the bottom, there's those double posts, and what you're trying to get is that backside receiver, Travis Hunter, to just replace them. But you have to have vision on these guys and those safeties back, because they are going to all be communicating and doing something that we call kick coverage. This is what it looks like to throw guys open and see the rotation of the coverage from pre to post snap. Drift, which is something that happens often. And when he lets go of that football, look at these defenders. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders that have vision all on Shedeur waiting for that ball. But because he anticipates so well and sees their body movement, he could throw it to that space and allow Travis Hunter to go run underneath it. If you're a defense, you have 4, there's only 3 in the route. Yet still, because of the way he sees that rotation of coverage, it's a beautiful throw. This is one of my favorite throws of the season, okay? We get that umbrella coverage again. But again, you don't know as a quarterback what kind of middle field open defense that they're actually going to be into. What they're in is what we call cover 6. Cover 6 means this. This corner has got the flat. You have half of the field in zone. You have a quarter of the field, and you have a quarter of the field. That's exactly where you want to try to attack, the middle of the field of the defense, but you have to use your eyes to try to open up that space to